The Bills' Stephen Hauschka's got this one teed up, and off we go from New Era Field.
Yeah, man. See how these boys do, man.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Ryan's throw caught by Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Damn, that bitch fucked up, man.
As they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To the air, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jack Crawford breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Throw middle, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Check. Fresno. No! Check 24. Check 24. Middle. Check 3. Wide. Get wide. Mike,
on 3rd and long, it's Allen.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And able to find John Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We'll put you back in that same little hole we had in there.
Check 15.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the run.
From the 39, Allen, rush coming, and he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. He completes it to the tight end Knox. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now on 2nd and 16. Allen. There goes a deep ball. End zone.
Man, what a pick it, man.
For the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
It hit him in the hand.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Come on, bro. Get back there.
Mike Spartan.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Shit fucking up again.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To the shotgun snap to Allen, and it's intercepted at the goal line.
Oh, this bitch don't win
Snags it for the
out.
pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah.
Ryan finding Julio out wide. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Bills nothing.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan looking deep for Julio. It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Down, ready, back 25. Stop your running. Twist. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. He's counting you.
On second down, Freeman.
Oh,
and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Now Ryan.
Throw the ball, bitch. I'm trying to throw the fucking ball.
Starla Tulane. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And able to catch it, but it's out of bounds.
That bullshit, man.
Took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
He caught that shit, didn't he?
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't
but
matter
shit,
how
why
they
say it's
got
on the
there,
48-yard line?
They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's Allen to throw it. There he goes, right side. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On second down now, it's Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Third down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Who's that? 49.
Now Ryan.
Man, get the fuck out of him, man.
Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground.
He should have been a motherfucking
down
shit.
coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives,
There go
2
your mommy
interceptions.
and
This is
Jaden
where you have to
and
know
Fiore.
your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like,
Man,
hey,
they
didn't
gonna
we
let that dude
practice
run
in
our
that
way out
color
there.
jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing now is Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's
Oh, see, my shit fucking up, man. Man, that's supposed to be an interception, man. I took control of the man, but then it like the
John Brown, 70 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
We got this. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Ryan. And that'll wind up
man, what is that? He got that man beat by.
Play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
To return is Roberts. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Mike. Round 80. 59. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Allen now on 1st down. He'll run it. And an early
man, you don't miss
nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. I'm coming.
To throw again on second down. Allen. Oh, he's able to muscle it here as he pulls it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Mike 5-9. Here we go. Trips. Watch 17. Hey, defense, let's go. Check 15, go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Watch twist. Switch.
They go right back to Singletary. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Watch the slant.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Finding Max there, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Our time. It's our time. Pass. Mike 5-9. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Brown 80. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Throwing on second down. Allen, and that's complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
One. They said she shot that on like 12 times.
She shot it. It looked like 12 little bullets in the court.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They don't make a shotgun to shoot 12 times. Yeah, them bolt shot. That thing, that's just... I don't know what the fuck they talking about.
45. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I go.
Singletary again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2
yards
yards to show for it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Check three. Shift. Watch the shift.
On first down, Singletary. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go.
45.
On second down and 4, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Allen now operating from the gun. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now in Buffalo, it's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Phillips coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Second down, defense, let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here now Roberts. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
We'll pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tack McKinley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen going to go on 4th down.
Man, come on, man. I'm down.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go!
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Singletary. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Well, I'm going to try it again and see. Logo scene.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Oh, he didn't escape.
Man, my shit doing that shit again, man.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never...
Ain't nobody pressing. What are you talking about pressing?
In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
4th down. Here's Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
I don't see why that bitch wrong. Don't just throw to that bitch here play.
So time like definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Allen to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. John Brown's got it complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we...